And it's just one of those hot button topics, like vaccination and co-sleeping and, you know, all the things that everyone has an opinion on, and quite frankly it doesn't affect anyone but yourself and your family. Hello friends, welcome back. This is my 25-week pregnancy update. I am in a very quiet house at the moment because my kids are actually away. We are having a staycation. My parents offered to take the kids for a few days so that we could have a break before this little girl comes, and I was more than happy to take them up on their offer. We were thinking of potentially going away for a holiday, and then decided that one, it was going to cost too much, and two, by this stage in pregnancy, I just want to be home. Like, I'm just big and uncomfortable and I want to be home. So that is what we decided to do. So we're staying home. I've actually got some renovating work to do, but we're also enjoying ourselves and just taking it easy. So it's weird being in such a quiet house. I haven't had a break like this in a very, very long time. Like, not since I've been pregnant. Because my brother got married, and so my mom was busy with that, and yeah, it's just been crazy. So it's lovely to have this break, and we are, like I said, taking full advantage of it. We've booked dinner reservations for tomorrow night. We've already been out and had like a nice leisurely lunch this morning. This afternoon we're going to do some painting, so the relaxing is only lasting so long. Anyway, let me get into the update for this week. I don't actually think a lot happened that was significant in the sense of like symptoms and stuff. I actually felt mostly okay. I would say though that I've been really tired and very hormonal. Like, I just feel very pregnant at the moment and like big. Like, I just feel like none of my clothes fit, and I do not feel like attractive at all at the moment. And I know that that's probably just my own, what's the word? Perception of myself, I guess. And other people probably don't see it that way, but for me personally, I just feel really big and slow and like tired and hormonal. So that's been a little bit challenging, but it hasn't been too terrible. I haven't had too much trouble with SPD, except for like the last couple of days, nights really. It's first thing in the morning is just like awful. I like cannot roll over, cannot get up. And like I don't want to because I know how much it's going to hurt. But I did find this really great article online when I was looking up like ways to deal with SPD, and she gave like a technique for rolling over a bed, and I tell ya, it works, and it's all in the elbows. So I will go ahead and link that on my blog, so have a look down in the description and you'll see a link to my blog. It'll be in the update, in this week's update, because I'll probably elaborate a little bit more in there. And it really does work, and it really has helped with like rolling over in bed, because honestly it's just excruciating. So that's been very helpful. I have been feeling lots of movements. I don't think I'm feeling them as strongly as I did with my other two, but again, that's probably because of the anterior placenta. But she moves a lot, and I feel her like all over. Like, there's never really one particular place that I feel her. She's like everywhere. So I don't know what that means, but it's nice to feel her, and it feels a lot more real as well now, I think. I've done nothing really more in her nursery this week. It's just as it is, because we're working on finishing up renovating stuff in time for our carpet to go in, so I've been working really hard at that. I've actually been painting ceilings this week, which has been hard work. I mean, it's hard when you're not pregnant. When you're pregnant, it's a lot of hard work. So I've been painting the living room, and thankfully it's almost done. But we've got a bit more work to do before that happens. Her nursery's kind of like on the back burner at the moment, until the carpets are in and everything, and then I can finish up. Not that there's actually that much more that needs to be done in there. It's just like a few decor items. But our living room, yeah, so we're painting things up. We're changing light fittings. We're going to be changing up the window dressings. And like, I've got an idea of what I want in my mind. I've got a really cute height chart, which again, it's all on the blog, so you can have a look there. But a company did send me a height chart for free to review, and we'd love it. Like, I've wanted a height chart for ages for the kids, so I'm really pleased with it, and it like matches the decor in our living area really nicely. So yeah, that's exciting, and I'm excited that our house is gonna be like pretty much done by the time this baby comes. I feel like we've been renovating forever. Another topic I want to talk about this week, and again, I will elaborate more on my blog, but it's something, I don't know if it's the pregnancy hormones this week or what, but it's the topic of breastfeeding and formula feeding, and I don't know why, but I just was really thinking about it this week, what I'm going to do. If you're not familiar with my story, with Jack, I breastfed him till he was about 5.5 months old, and then I went him onto formula, and we had a really rocky journey. Like, I just didn't enjoy the experience at all. There was a lot of anxiety attached to it. It wasn't just the difficulty at the beginning where it was like the pain and all that comes with, you know, learning to breastfeed. There was more to it than that. There was anxiety attached to it as well, that when I finally weaned him, I felt a million times better. And with Annie, I didn't have the greatest postpartum support with my midwife. I mean, I didn't really have the greatest support with my midwife overall. So, anyway, as a result, I ended up formula feeding her from about day 3. But that's not something I felt like I was forced into doing. I was happy with my decision at the time, and I'm happy with it now. Like, I don't regret it for a second. And she's thriving and happy and healthy. And the reason that I switched her was because it was painful. Again, it felt exactly like it did with Jack. Nothing was any better. The latch was bad. No one can tell me why it's bad. They don't have tongue ties. They don't have lip ties, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I can't keep going like this if no one can tell me it's going to get better. Because with Jack, it didn't get better. It was not fun. So I switched her over. So when it came to this baby, I was just like, what am I going to do? Like, and I had always said from the start, I'm going to try and breastfeed again, you know. And when I was sitting there thinking about it, I was just really feeling anxious. Like, life at the moment with 2 that are so close in age, they're 18 months apart, it's full on. My kids are full on at the moment. Not that they're like naughty all the time or anything, it's just that they need my attention all of the time, and it's exhausting. And then I was thinking of adding breastfeeding to it, and you know, like when I was thinking of trying breastfeeding again, I was thinking of the romantic notions of it, you know, snuggling your baby and everything. And then I actually sat down and remembered what it was like for real. And I was just filled with anxiety, and I was like, I don't want to do that again. Like, I don't. But at the same time, I was filled with guilt. Like, there's so many conflicting feelings on the subject, and it's ridiculous because there's so much more to a child's life than whether they're breastfed or formula fed or whatever, you know, mixed fed, it doesn't matter. But there are some really strong opinions out there, which, as much as I don't want them to get to me, I mean, this is my 3rd kid, it shouldn't be getting to me anymore, they do. Like, people are mean, and people don't always intend to be mean, but they can be really mean. So I kind of came to the conclusion, and this isn't set in stone, but I kind of needed to make a decision one way or the other so I could stop thinking about it. But I kind of came to the decision that we're probably going to formula feed her. I'm going to start feeding in the hospital, breastfeeding in the hospital, but I'm going to take bottles with me in case it is a struggle. And so I've got it there. So it takes that anxiety away, that it's not all on me. And also I'm going to talk to my midwife about it because I want her to be on the same page from the get-go. So it's a big long topic. I wrote more about it in my blog, and there's a lot of people who are like, but why? Like, there's no reason. Like, you've got milk. And I do. That's half of my guilt. I produce really well. I have lots of milk. Okay, my SD card filled up, so I'm not exactly sure where it cut off, but it did cut off. But essentially, I don't know if I wrote down. I don't even know if I got up to where my plan was. If you want to check it out, it's on the blog. I wrote more in detail about it. And it's just one of those hot button topics, like vaccination and co-sleeping and, you know, all the things that everyone has an opinion on, and quite frankly, it doesn't affect anyone but yourself and your family. So, yeah, it's just been on my mind, and I've shared a bit about it, and that's that. So that's my decision. That's kind of been my big thing for the week. Other than that, I don't really have anything to report on. I hope you enjoyed the update. If you did, let me know, leave me a comment, ask me questions, and I'll do my best to respond. But thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!